All right, this is the first leg of our New York, hi Demery, our New York trip. We're gonna eat at Hawksmoor, which is this fantastic steakhouse we ate at in Edinburgh. We had Sunday roast there, it was great. So we're gonna try this, and I think we're gonna get a whole bunch of things, but I'm gonna get the burger as well because I wanna try their burger. So we will let you know how it is when we get in there. That's a lot of food. All right, on. All right, so let's go through this. First, we have the creamed spinach, really rosemary. It's great. This is the filet. It's a skirly, so onions, bone marrow, oats on top. These are the carrots, mustard. These are the beef dripping fries, and that is the ribeye that my wife got. That is the whole meal. This is the King Louis to take on a Snickers bar with salted caramel ice cream. All right, I'm going to talk about my take on Hawksmoor. Sorry, I would have done this while we were in the restaurant. However, it was loud in there. We've eaten at Hawksmoor in Edinburgh. We had a Sunday roast there. Utterly fantastic, by the way. If you're in London or in Edinburgh, like eat at Hawksmoor. Sunday roast is so fantastic. But when we were there, much larger space. They just have more room up there in Edinburgh than in New York City. Way quieter. So I didn't even try, like I forgot my lav mic, so it would not have made any sense. So that's why you have the voiceover dub. But anyway, so the take on the meal, I liked it. It was very good. I don't think it was that much better than like Ruth's Chris in Park City though. So the steaks that they source from these places, they were good. My filet was a filet and a skirly. So the skirly is the stuff on top. It's a Scottish preparation. It's onions, pinhead oats, which gave a nice little crunch to it. And then there was bone marrow in there. And Hawksmoor's use of bone marrow is unsurpassed, man. It's so good. So the topping really made the steak. So the steak was, it was good. It was okay. Nothing particularly special about it. But the skirly on top really made it. My wife's ribeye, on the other hand, the meat was just really kind of plain. Okay, but it was kind of plain. The fat was utterly fantastic, though. The fat on the ribeye was great, but the muscle meat itself was, it was okay. And then as for the sides, the creamed spinach in Edinburgh and over in London is just utterly spectacular. It has a lot of rosemary in it. It has some anchovies in it. So there's that nice salty component, but you can't really tell they're anchovies. And then the cream in the UK is so much better than the cream in the United States. And I really think that's what makes it, because this was a little more watery than over there. Good, but just not as good as over in the UK. Again, probably pretty comparable to the cream spinach at Ruth's Chris, which I really enjoy. And then the carrots, I liked, a little mustardy and whatnot. So enjoyed those. The beef dripping fries were good. They taste like old-timey French fries because that's what they used to use was beef drippings to fry French fries. So enjoyed those. The dessert, the take on the Snickers, the King Louis, was good. The cake itself, the Snickers part of it was good. Not great, good, but that salted caramel ice cream, when you put it together, was spectacular. That is one of the better ice creams I've had in the United States. Really, really kind of salty kick to it, but in an extraordinarily good way, and it really brought everything together and made a beautiful dessert when you had it all at the same time. So that's our take. Oh, I forgot to talk about the bone marrow and the tartare. That's right, I'm sorry. So we had the tartare and the bone marrow to start out as the appetizers. The tartare was made out of rump roast, dry aged for I think it's like 35 days. Nice and chewy, and really that good flavor you get from a rump roast. I really enjoyed that. And then the bone marrow, it had onions on it. I wish they left the onions off because the bone marrow itself is just, I can't. You put it, you slather it on that sourdough toast they get, and it's like heaven, man. Bone marrow is the best fat, best lipid that you can put on anything. It's so much better than butter. and it's just so unctuous and creamy and luscious on your tongue. It envelops the entire your entire tongue, and I utterly loved it. I just wish they had gone a little easier on the onions, because the onions are, I mean, they're kind of nice, but you could use half or a third of them and let the bone marrow come through a little bit more, and it would have tasted better. But I would eat that bone marrow every day until until my heart just stopped beating. It's that good. So really did enjoy the meal. Some things I would like a little bit better, and I'm comparing it to our experience in Edinburgh, our experience over in the UK, and that's kind of not fair. Probably it's difficult to replicate, the homeland, right? Your kind of flagship, and do as well. But that said, I would go back and I would eat Hawksmoor any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Okay, I am out, and then we will do some burgers and pizza in not too long.